Good, happy Friday is Friday, October 24th, 2025. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Friday edition of WRMK News 12. Let's begin with this Friday edition of WRMK News 12 right now. We got a lot of news to get to on this Friday, so let's begin right now. First up, coffee shop owner chases down suspect who stole tip jar in downtown Concord. Surveillance video captured a downtown coffee shop owner sprinting after a man who stole a tip jar from her store, the successful retrieving it within seconds. Lindsay Stoyle, who owns Revel Stoke Coffee in Concord with her husband Alex, was walking through the shop Wednesday with her young son Gus when she saw a man enter and head straight for the counter. I saw a guy come in. He was definitely on a mission, headed that way, and went right for the tip jar, Stoyle recalled. Acting on instinct, Stoyle said her mama bear reaction took over. I just wanted to stop him, she said. My staff works hard for their tips, and someone coming in off the street is not going to take them. Security video shows Stoyle chasing the man out of the store and down the block. Within moments, he placed the tip jar on the ground without saying a word and walked away. The entire incident lasted about 10 seconds. This is an extension of our home. This is Revelstoke, Stoyle said. We're a family here. I had my son and my staff with me, and I know we had each other's backs. I just decided this was what I needed to do. Stoyle said she wanted the moment to serve a lesson for her children about standing up for what's right. She added that she had never seen the man in the shop before the incident. Woman reflects on anniversary night shooting at Nashua Country Club. A woman who is celebrating her wedding anniversary at the Sky Meadow Country Club last month said she is grateful to be alive after being shot during the September 20th incident. Brianna Surratt and her husband Doug were dining at the same venue where they had been married 5 years earlier when a gunman entered the club. I looked up and the gun was pointed at us, she said. Surratt said her husband immediately jumped on top of her to shield her from the gunfire. In the chaos that followed, she didn't realize she had been hit. My adrenaline was running so high, she said. It wasn't until we got up that I realized I'd been shot in the leg and was bleeding. Doug Surratt, a firefighter, helped his wife to safety before turning his attention to assisting others inside the club. I'm just very grateful that I was with him, Brianna said. Your body just reacts. you're not making conscious decisions, and for him to think, okay, I need to tell her what to do when I couldn't think for myself. That saved me. After ensuring his wife received help, Doug joined other first responders and bystanders in calming panic guests. Brianna said she also tried to comfort others until she was taken to a hospital. The couple has two young children, Lincoln and Vivian, who they say have been a source of strength as they recover from the trauma. Every day, we think about the other victims and their families, Brianna said. Authorities have not yet released additional details about the shooting or the motive behind the attack. New Hampshire officials warn WIC agencies could close as federal shutdown drags on. As the federal government shutdown enters its third week, state officials warn that several women, infants, and children WIC agencies in New Hampshire could be forced to close if funding is not restored by the end of the month. Governor Kelly Ayotte said that if the shutdown continues, recipients of the Supplement Nutrition Assistance Program, SNAP, may also see their benefits interrupted until federal operations resume. To prepare, the state has deployed a contingency plan to assist the roughly 75,000 residents who rely on federal food assistance. Ayotte said the plan includes expanding partnership with the New Hampshire Food Bank to increase access to food through its network of mobile and traditional pantries. The proposal still requires approval from the Fiscal Committee and the Executive Council, but Ayotte said the goal is to ensure that no family goes without food during the shutdown. Washington needs to get its act together and open up this government, Ayotte said. It's so important when we think about the impact on individuals, whether they're facing food insecurity or other hardships tied to the federal government. My message is get this government open, do the work, and take care of Granite Staters who need our help. State officials also continued and cautioned that SNAP recipients may lose access to any unused benefits on their EBT cards after October 31st and advise residents to use remaining funds before that date. Ayotte emphasized that the contingency plan in place, Granite Staters will still be able to access food assistance after November 1st, even if the federal shutdown continues. New York Attorney General Letitia James to be arraigned on federal mortgage fraud charges. New York Attorney General Letitia James is set to appear in federal court in Norfolk, Virginia on Friday for arraignment on charges for alleged mortgage fraud. The indictment was issued earlier this month by the U.S. Attorney appointed by President Donald Trump. And that does it for this edition of WRMK News 12. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Enjoy the rest of your Friday, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another broadcast. Bye.